Welcome back, trainers, and with Mega Evolution, sometime to be released in 2020 in Pokemon Go, we're going to need some very strong Pokemon to combat them, our own Megas or something else. We're going to be talking about Shadow Mewtwo in Pokemon Go that has been found within the data. So this is going to be pretty awesome. Shadow Pokemon are becoming quite ridiculous as far as how strong they are and people using them. But can you imagine a Shadow Mewtwo? Now, before we get into this, big shout out to Pokemoners, of course, for the information we are about to take a look at. I will have links in the description for you to go ahead and check them out as well. All right, so let's talk about the Shadow Mewtwo. And another thing that we need to talk about is don't expect this anytime soon. Could this be a surprise for GoFest? Maybe, potentially, but don't get your hopes up, all right? I'm thinking this is going to be released somehow through Giovanni or Team Rocket, right? Given that it's a Shadow Pokemon. Now, the original Shadow Mewtwo does have some sort of spike coming out of its shoulder and then a kind of yellow goldish tail. So are we going to get that one? You never know at this point. Niantic could have just put this image in and then next thing you know, they put in this shadow. But I honestly think it is going to kind of go down the traditional red eyes, glowing smoke around them, and that's going to be pretty much it. And then of course everything else that comes along with the shadow being that you're going to be able to do a lot more damage, but then also be a little bit more squishy. So isn't that something? Can you imagine? When do you think this is going to be coming out? Because they can add something like this in the files and then it could take months, or we probably can even see it within a year, who knows. But honestly, I think it is going to probably be released through Giovanni. If they wanted to take another route, they could give us some sort of special Team Rocket quests for GoFest or afterwards or beforehand. That's a surprise that leads up to this, and we're going to be able to battle Giovanni yet again, or we're just simply going to have to take on Shadow Mewtwo and then just catch it or something like that, right? Who knows? But all I know is that, yikes, this has the potential to surpass so many things as far as the damage distribution from its ice type, fire type, electric type, ghost type, psychic typing. Are you kidding me? This thing is going to be insane. Now, taking a look at some of my Shadow Pokemon here, let's just go over the numbers. All right, so for that secondary move on legendaries, it is going to cost you 120,000 Stardust and then 100 candies for those shadows. Doesn't matter what legendary it is or mythical, that is what it's going to. Well, there's no mythical shadows, so just legendaries at this point. And seeing that we did just have the Team Rocket event in which we're going to be able to TM away Frustration, we're probably not going to see one of those anytime soon unless they give us another one, but more than likely not. So if you're in a rush to use it, well, you're going to have to Elite TM it. But good news, yes, you're going to be able to do that, but you can't, do that over Frustration. You're going to have to purchase a secondary move and then have Frustration alongside it until we have another event released so you can get rid of that. But otherwise, yeah, looking pretty awesome. And another thing to take note of is the fact that we could potentially have Great League Mewtwo, folks. You can't do that right now, but with the Shadow, if you catch it at a low enough CP, yeah, you're going to be looking at Mewtwo in the Great League, potentially Shadow form, or maybe even Purified. Well, nope, just Shadow, right? So there you have it. Now, going over the fact that, well, what if we're going to be able to Mega Evolve our Shadow Pokemon? The ones, obviously, that we currently do have, and then also Shadow Mewtwo. Man, things are going to start getting pretty wild very fast, and damage is going to be just become kind of stupidly crazy. Think about it. Great for raids, but then the PvP aspect, if this is allowed to be take place, it's going to make the battles very quick. And if you're not in the right position or have something in place to take care of them, you're done. You're done. Just say goodnight, sleep tight, and next opponent. We'll just have to see how all that plays out. And then taking a look at some more information from Pokemoners here. The raid invites. Let's see. Hopefully we're going to be able to get this in the next couple of days, but don't hold your breath. Nonetheless, they did find some information here that is going to be showing you're going to be able to invite a maximum of 5 people per trainer, and we did see them find some more information regarding how many raid invites can be in one lobby, and that was looking like 10, but all that is subject to change. We'll just see here. And it also looks like you're going to be able to invite 5 people, whether you're there at the raid or remote raiding it yourself. So awesome, good stuff. And then they go on to say at the bottom here that this is just a test, so don't get your hopes up quite yet. And we'll just have to see when this does drop. I know everybody is dying for this to happen, and believe me, so am I. I'm going to be pretty excited and try to get in as many raids as possible with people. Although I'm going to be looking to do more like legendary raids and stuff like that. But nonetheless, can't wait for that. That should be amazing. time to stack up that rare candy and, well, buy a lot of those remote raid passes. And then there's also going to be a GoFest kind of section in the shop, if you did not hear about that already, which is going to be pretty awesome when GoFest does start to roll out. I would assume you're going to see kind of like a separate spot there. So make sure you keep an eye out for that to see what kind of things are going to be in the shop. Don't know if you're going to have to be a ticket holder or not to see that. Now, Zubat Hour just did take place, folks, and this is probably the only one I took extremely serious. There was one where you're going to be able to get ×2 Stardust, which was great, but I had a lot of things going on, of course, during these times. So this one, I definitely made time to go out there, and I was able to get myself a shiny Zubat. This is going to be my first one, so I'm pretty happy about that, and hopefully you were able to get yourself a shiny too. So there you have the kind of news. Now, for the people who like the battles, let's go ahead and get into some here using the Shadow Snorlax team. So we're met with a Togekiss here, and I found that this matchup is actually pretty okay for me. Charm, yeah, you know, the thing is nasty, but Snorlax is so thick and Lick is so strong that you're going to be able to just lick through it, right? So check it out. Now, I do believe this was going to be one of the first matches that I did have going up against Togekiss, so I didn't shield it up, not knowing exactly what I should be doing. I'm just going to go in here with Metagross. They can counter me with a Swampert, but in this case, Excadrill, thinking that I'm going to probably go for the bait, but I'm going to be going for Earthquake straight up, and we're able to take them out. And that was the winning condition for me right there, I do believe. Maybe a few others, but that pretty much sealed the deal for me here. But usually going up against a Togekiss with my Shadow Snorlax, you know, keep doing the body slams and licks. No need to really build up too much extra energy. Just kind of throw the body slams as they do arrive. Although I think at one point you can farm down with lick and have energy for the next Pokemon if you do shield up. Because it takes a while for Togekiss to finally get to a charge move. So anyways, we have the Gyarados up against Snorlax here. Pretty good matchup, unless they do have Outrage. That would be doing a ton of damage. Otherwise, they're pretty much going to have to just body slam you, and that's not really doing too much to Metagross, although it is going to be kind of body slammy, spammy, right? And we're just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump to see if we can get it through. We do. If you're thinking, why not Crunch? Well, I could have gotten off Crunch, but I was just afraid they might get another body slam, so we just went ahead and went with it. Anyways, we're able to get 4 wins here. We're moving up. Today, though, today was not the best. We had a couple 1-4s, unfortunately, and it wasn't like I got stomped out or anything, but they were very close. Like, I just needed one more tap to get off my charge move, those kind of situations, right? And hard counters, there was hard counters all in the beginning, right? I mean, yeah, I was expecting it, guys. I mean, I've been having extremely good runs, and I already know how this system works. When you have good runs and when you gain a bunch of points, you're going to run into some hard counters like down the line. And it's eventually going to happen inevitably. I mean, it is going to happen if you're like, well, what do you expect? Good counters the whole time you're playing Go Battle League? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Come on now. But when you have a good run and gain a bunch of points, I feel like it's like telling you, okay, bub, slow down there, boss. Let's put you back a peg or two. But we just lost 20 points. No big deal. Looking good. We're still up in around 2,750 or so points. I don't consider that horrible. I need to like pick up the slack though. I really need to get to that pose. Really do, guys. As far as having the 10 on my rank, yeah, that's going to be great. But here's the downfall about getting to rank 10. It's going to become harder to find matches. It takes a lot longer to do your sets because there's not that many people up there. I've been there, done that in season 1 and preseason, and it was just like, yeah, and everybody's just so damn try hard, which is good. I mean, obviously you're up at the top, so it's like you got to be on your toes, boy. No testing out fun things. Oh no. I mean, you can, you know, but yeah. So we'll get there eventually, right? But I just want that pose basically there. Gonna taking out that Togekiss with Meteor Mash or Bullet Punch at that point. Looking good here. All right, looking at one more battle, folks, and then I'll let you guys go here. Just wanted to bring you that Shadow Mewtwo and a few battles as well as a few bits of other information here. So going up against a Garchomp. Now, they can bait you with the Sand Tomb, which is going to do no damage, lowering your defense, or they can go for Outrage, which we're still going to be okay, but it's doing a lot. So good thing we called that there. They're going to be swapping into their Gyarados, and we're going to be going into our Metagross. Now, I want to show you this because this was a misplay, but you can come back from misplays because, yeah, that's just the way it works. Letting that Crunch go through here. Meteor Mash, knowing it does a lot, so, you know, I'm going to get that off immediately without trying to build up an extra one here. Able to get to another one here. I'm not sure. Let this go through. Okay. And what's the play? Go in and Dragon Breath down with... Okay. No, we're going to lick down. All the way. Wow, okay. So we have a ton of energy on this Shadow Snorlax here. Let's see how this plays out. They have 2 shields, bringing in Metagross. So, okay, so here's the plan. Go for Body Slam. Go for Superpower, I think. And then as soon as I get the Superpower off, we're going to retreat into Gyarados. But I am going to shield this up. Since we do have so much energy, we want to preserve that while kind of resetting the debuffs that we did get from the Superpower. They did swap into their Garchomp. We were able to Dragon Breath down. They have one more shield, but at this point, we're going to be able to get to another crunch here. And we're looking good. So there you have it, trainers. Just wanted to bring you that news. Make sure you have that notification bell on so you can stay up to date on everything that I do bring out. If you do enjoy this kind of content, make sure you subscribe if you're new. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.